Hey guys, back again with another video. Short little impressions video on the Indivisible prototype. And this is on the PS4. You can also download it on the PC, Mac, and Linux, I believe. And this is kind of like a playable prototype for a game that's currently on Indiegogo, which is like a crowdfunding website similar to Kickstarter. It's not as well known, and I think that's one of the issues with the campaign where it's still got a long ways to go. There's about, at the time of this recording, there's still 10 days left, and they're trying to raise $1,500,000 for this game, which is a lot of money. And I feel like if this was on Kickstarter, it would probably have more attention, and it would probably be closer to its goal. But as soon as this was announced, I had been following this project, and you know, I've yet to really back anything as far as crowdfunding projects go. There's a lot of them that I was interested in. I think the main one is like Bloodstained, that was recently, on Kickstarter, Igarashi's game. And I find like one of the reasons I don't back a lot of games is because a lot of the times they get so much money that you know that they're going to release it, you know that they're going to happen, and then so I figure I might as well just wait till the full game's out and then buy it then and support it that way. But if there's a game where it's like really interesting to me and it's struggling, like campaign is struggling, I'm more inclined to actually support the campaign and put in some money towards it. And with this game, after playing this playable prototype, I'm definitely going to put some money towards it, and I really hope it will succeed. Now, I know a lot of campaigns, a lot of money gets raised at the very end, like the final hours is when they get a substantial boost, and I'm hoping that's the same with this game. But one of the reasons that I did this video is because I really enjoyed this playable prototype, and I'd like to get it kind of out there and give it more attention. Now, the developers of this are Lab Zero, and they're known for Skullgirls. That's the previous game they've put out, which is a pretty well-known and well-regarded fighting game. I didn't play it too much, but it did seem cool. But you know me, I'm not crazy about fighting games. But this was up my alley as soon as they announced the Indiegogo for this. Heavily inspired by, it's an action RPG, a side-scrolling action RPG. And the main influence is Valkyrie Profile, which is actually a game I've never played. And playing this is my first kind of exposure to that kind of game as far as gameplay goes, where you basically have 4 characters, and when you get into a battle, each character is their own button. Each character corresponds to a different button, and you press that button for that character to attack, and you can hold down the button to block. And that's kind of how battles work. Apparently Valkyrie Profile is a lot more turn-based compared to this. The battle system in this is very active, where you have to wait till your bars are charged up, but as long as they're charged up, you can use them to attack. So there's some strategy as to whether you want to wait for your bars to regain, and then you have like a combo system thrown in there too. It took a while for me to get used to. I was pretty bad at this prototype. It's not too long, but the final boss in the prototype was actually very difficult for me. It took me quite a few tries to actually finally take him down. But yeah, it took a while to get used to it. It's a bit hectic, a bit chaotic, but it's so unique. And I think the more active approach that they've got to the battle system is really interesting. Visually, as I'm sure you've noticed, this prototype looks stunning. Skullgirls was known for its incredible animation and sprite work, and as you can see with this game, the sprite work and animations are absolutely phenomenal. I really love the environment too. So visually, it's top notch. Other than that, in terms of gameplay, the full game obviously is going to have more RPG elements. In this beta or this prototype build, there's not really any leveling up or anything like that, but the full game there'll be leveling up. You get different weapons and abilities, and in this prototype you do get an axe, which is one of your main abilities, and you can use it to kind of cling on walls. There's definitely platforming in this. I don't know what it's like in Valkyrie Profile if there's a lot of platforming, but this game, it looks to probably have more of a focus on platforming than that game did. The map itself is kind of laid out like what you'd see in Super Metroid. It definitely has that Metroidvania influence, which I'm definitely all for that. I love that. You have that bar in the top right you're seeing, where you can kind of do kind of more powerful attacks if you hold the L1 button, I think it was, or the R1 button, and then R1 button, and then press like triangle with one of your characters. Each character has like their different abilities. If you press like up at the same time as triangle, you'll attack multiple enemies at once. So you've got that kind of thing going on. One character is able to heal your party with a charged up attack. So I think once you like have like the demo is kind of built in a way where it kind of ramps up, the mechanics ramp up, and it kind of shows you just how crazy this game will get. I assume the full game, obviously, things are going to be taught to you a lot more slowly to kind of get you used to how the game works. This game, you're thrown into things pretty quickly, and you got to figure some stuff out for yourself. But I'm definitely intrigued, and the gameplay in this, even for like this small slice, is really fantastic. I like a lot of the enemy designs too. The character designs are great. Apparently the game is influenced by like a Southeast Asian mythology, but they have like their own creatures and things like that they're designing, and the world seems interesting. The full game, from what I've read on the Indiegogo campaign, you're going to have like a hub world of sorts that you can go to at any time and kind of upgrade your weapons and things like that. So yeah, the game seems very promising, and I think they've done a great job with their campaign. Like most campaigns don't give you like an excellent playable slice of the game this quick. It's crazy. It's a really nice proof of concept. In fact, I can't think of honestly a Kickstarter that had something this great for you to try out immediately. So yeah, like definitely check out the campaign. It's pretty interesting. This game certainly it's like I guess too. I gotta mention the soundtrack. The soundtrack's amazing too. Like there's only a few songs in this playable build, but the soundtrack's done by the guy who did the Secret of Mana soundtrack. And I've talked before about Secret of Mana. I think that's a bad game, but the soundtrack in that game is phenomenal, and the soundtrack here in this playable build is phenomenal. I can't wait to hear more of the songs if this gets funded. And I should mention that if this does not get funded, this game is not going to be made, which is unfortunate. I really hope this does get made, because I really enjoyed my time with this small little playable build. So you can definitely check it out. I wish it was advertised more on the PS4 too. You really have to dig through the menus to reach it, which is baffling. I wish Sony would do a little bit more to kind of put this game out there. But I'll definitely leave the link to the Indiegogo campaign in the description. But yeah, those are, I guess, my general thoughts on the playable build. The main thing with this though is that I really want to play Valkyrie Profile now, and I've decided that game, I am going to be playing that game next year sometime. I don't know exactly when, but I will get through that game and hopefully do an impressions video on that, because like the combat in this is just so cool. It's so unique. And as far as I know, like Valkyrie Profile is still like the only game to kind of have this kind of battle system. I know we are getting another game from Tri-Ace. What's it called? Exist Archive, I think it is. Like that's kind of like a spiritual successor to Valkyrie Profile. So we're getting that, and then we're getting this game. So it's cool to see that kind of battle system to have kind of like a resurgence. But yeah, Indivisible, really cool. Really enjoyed my time with this playable build. Definitely check it out. But yeah, that's it, guys. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Stay back!